Fever sign point guard for season. What it means for Caitlin Clark's return, hardship waivers. Odyssey Sims has signed a rest-of-season contract with the Indiana Fever under a hardship waiver, the team announced Sunday. This was the next step for Sims after she signed 3 consecutive 7-day contracts with the team. The 32-year-old guard has impressed in her 3 weeks with the Fever so far, averaging 11.4 points for assists and 2.3 rebounds per game. Sims first signed to the Fever on August 10th, when Indiana had no healthy true point guards. She has stabilized that position for them, running point and scoring 20 or more points in the Fever's past 2 games. Now, even under a hardship waiver, Sims will be eligible to play for the Fever in the playoffs. Players on 7-day contracts cannot play in the playoffs. How do WNBA hardship waivers work? The general hardship waiver is different than an emergency hardship contract in the league. The emergency hardship is a type of contract that a player can sign, one that automatically terminates once a team gets back to 10 available players. The hardship waiver, however, is something teams need to apply for when they have multiple injuries that force players out for longer periods of time. The hardship waiver is then approved by the league to allow teams to go over to the cap and the 12-player roster limit to sign additional players. The hardship waiver, in and of itself, is not a contract. It is a waiver that allows teams to sign additional players to regular contracts. In Sims' case, she signed 3 regular 7-day contracts with the Fever, which is the max one player can sign with any one team in a season. The Fever then signed Sims to a regular rest-of-season contract, which makes her eligible to play in the playoffs. The Fever have 3 players signed with hardship waivers, including Sims, Petty, and Aerial Powers. Indiana will have at least 2 for the rest of the season, including playoffs, because of the 3 season-ending injuries to Sydney Colson, Ari McDonald, and Sophie Cunningham. Indiana is using a 3rd hardship waiver to accommodate for Caitlin Clark's injury. She has been out since July 16th dealing with her right groin. Clark is in practices and working back from the groin injury, and the Fever coaching staff hope to have her back by the end of the regular season. If Clark returns, the Fever will lose one of their hardship waivers, meaning one of Sims, Petty, or Powers will need to be cut. Sims being cut is unlikely, considering how she would transition into the backup point guard role once Clark returns. That leaves one of Petty or Powers to lose their hardship waiver once Clark comes back. The other would need to sign a rest-of-season contract before the end of the regular season in order to be eligible for the playoffs.